coverage from the second annual Africa Investment Forum being held at the Sandton Convention Centre in northern Johannesburg. And the organisers have been saying they're hoping for a coup, that the investment dollars pledged this time will be double what we heard about last year, $38 billion US. That announcement, we think, is being made right now. Let's take you live to the convention centre.
Kofi Adomako, Afrexim Bank. The President of the African Development Bank, Dr. Akinwumi Adesina. The Honorable Kubai Ngubane, Minister of Tourism, South Africa. Alain Bobisse, CEO, Africa 50. Admasu Tadase, President, Trade and Development Bank. Zodwa Mbele, Group Executive, Transactions Development Bank of Southern Africa.
All right, so no announcement on the final investment pledges yet. This looks like the final plenary session, which we heard from our anchor there, Nompu Siziba, would be held. And then we're waiting for news on those investment pledges. On the stage, Akinwumi Adesina, the head of the African Development Bank, and of course other notaries and officials, including from South Africa. So the final plenary session, one of the biggest ones, I think, at this Africa Investment Forum, about to get underway, with questions to be thrown at these final plenary session delegates.
Okay, so good day, everybody, to take a cue from the President himself. I wish Mr. Ujiri was here this afternoon, because I would like to have asked him that a networking event like this, with so much purpose and so many results, what would you call it? Would you call it the slam dunk of all networking events? Because that's what it seemed like to me. And I think I would like to give AIF a AAA rating for that, because I was just thinking to myself that what I saw in the last 3 days was the activeness of Africa, the adaptability of Africa, and the aggressiveness of Africa. And to me, those are the AAAs, because it did something to me that I've never felt before, which I think the President tried to encapsulate, which is, for the first time, I was in a forum where the message to the world was, come and get us. We are going ahead with our lives. So from our point of view as Africa Finance Corporation, as you know, we are a relatively new and young DFI. We currently have invested in 30 countries, deployed close to $6.6 billion. And right across this 12 years, all the DFIs, including AFDB, has been a bedrock of support for us, and we thank them for that. This afternoon, or this morning rather, we signed and announced to the media that African Development Bank has now become an investor in Africa Finance Corporation. So thank you for that. Africa Development Bank, as you know, is the father as far as the investment rationale, logic, relevance, and significance in Africa is concerned. But I would just like to end with one note, and that is that all children need two parents. So the godfather, or the father that it always was, I think through the new president, is getting a mothering effect as well. So we all feel that we are actually participating than being told what to do. So thank you for that.
A slam dunk event and a AAA rating. What an endorsement. Over to you, Maria, for your take.
Yes. Well, first I would like to say that for us, it is an honor to be here, and we feel amongst friends. It really is all those that we are happy to work with. We believe in Africa, and for us, Africa is not risk, it is opportunity. I am representing Vice President Fayol that had to leave. He had to go to our board meeting where we have quite a number of projects of EIB investing here in Africa. And this event is where the convening power of the African Development Bank, the convening power of President Adesina, is really bringing all of us together for private sector. And private sector is the priority of the Africa.
All right, so we're coming out of the Africa Investment Forum, the final plenary session. We'll bring you the news as soon as we know how much has been invested, pledged in terms of investments for continental African projects. Let's take you live.